How's it going, guys? It's Mark Lopez again for the second video installment of our nutrition series. Right now I'm just going through my first snack of the day. Typically, 2 or 3 hours after breakfast. Today is an oats and honey bar. You basically want to get something nice and light, just to keep you, between breakfast and lunch, just to keep your metabolism going, like we discussed in the first video, in order to just keep burning calories and not telling our bodies that that we're starving and that food is scarce here. Now, the first thing I want to discuss about our nutrition basics is the law of thermodynamics. And what that states is, in the simplest form, in pertaining to fitness, is that in order to lose weight, you have to take in less calories than you burn off in a day. And in order to gain weight, you'd have to take in more calories than you burn off in a day. Very simple. Okay? Now what that means is you have to do one of two things. You either have to eat less calories or burn more calories. Now, back to calories, let's talk about that for a little bit. Calories, in the simplest form of the word, is your energy. Okay? Remember back in video 1, we discussed how your energy levels follows your food levels. Well, taking in calories, taking in food, is literally taking in energy. Your body takes that, converts it into usable energy, and releases it into your own energy. But, of course, there's different kinds of calories. I could give you 1,000 calories of potato chips, and yes, it's still energy in a sense, but it's not the best kind of energy, and you're not going to be looking the same. You might still actually even lose weight, just because of the fact that you're taking in less calories than you burn off, but it's not going to be the proper weight. So it's my job here as a fitness professional to talk about the safest, healthiest, most efficient way of burning calories. Now, let's talk about the 3 types of calories. These go in the forms of your macronutrients, your proteins, carbohydrates, and your fats. Proteins, these can be found in things like in your lean meats, chicken, your turkey, in eggs, and some in tree nuts. Now, what proteins are used for is to repair your muscles after a workout so that you're not burning off muscle. You want to be burning off fat. Fat is the one thing you want to be burning off, but you want to be restoring muscle, so you need proteins for that. It also builds muscle while you're recovering in order to get that muscle tone that you're looking for. And 3, it actually helps speed up your metabolism, because compared to carbohydrates and fats, proteins take more calories use more calories to digest than the other 2. Carbohydrates. These come from your breads, your pastas, your cereals, fruits, the sugars in fruits. And what these are good for is it's actually the preferred source of energy that your body takes in. It digests and converts into energy the fastest between proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. The problem being is that it converts to energy in the fastest sense, but at that point it needs to be used. Now, in the typical American diet, there's carbohydrates everywhere. Always pastas, always breads, always cereals, but we're not always burning them off. So what ends up happening is any unused calories and energy that's sitting in our bodies usually ends up getting stored away as body fat, because we're not burning them off as fast as our body is converting them. I'm windy now. Fats. These can come from olive oil. As you noticed in my first video, I sprayed a little olive oil onto the pan, just a little bit. But olive oil, nuts have plenty of good healthy fat oil. Regular red meats and pork has fat in it, as well as your vegetable oils and that nature. Now, contrary to popular belief, fats don't necessarily make you fat. Okay? For argument's sake of this video, let's put it into good fats and bad fats. Your good fats are typically going to be your unsaturated fats. You can find these in tree nuts, in fish oils, in fish, things of that nature. You're going to want to take this in because it actually lowers your bad cholesterol, raises your good cholesterol, improves your hair, nails, and skin, and it's vital for every organ in your body, plus it helps regulate your body temperature. Now, there's also your bad fats, which is your saturated fats. You're going to see that in fats and oils from meats and things of that nature. Now, of course, I say good and bad you're still going to want to take in a little bit of the bad fats, just because you don't want to completely eliminate any certain, form of calories in your diet. You want to have a balance of everything. Now, the final thing I want to discuss about this is calories and pertaining to protein, or pertaining to the macronutrient grams. So what I mean by that is proteins, you have your proteins, your carbohydrates, and your fats. Each one of those has a different amount of calories per gram. For example, proteins have 4 calories for every gram that you take in. Carbohydrates also have 4 grams for every gram, 4 calories, for every gram you take in. Fats, on the other hand, have 9 calories for every gram, meaning it's more calorie dense, it's a denser food. So, with that being said, that means that if you in one day were to take in, say, 100 grams of protein, 100 grams of carbohydrates, and 100 grams of fats, you're getting 400 grams of protein, 400 grams from the carbs, but 900 grams from the fats, okay, which is more than the other two combined, which goes to make sense why, junk food like McDonald's is so unhealthy. A single double cheeseburger, just from the fats alone, is going to actually has more calories than 3 or 4 boneless, skinless chicken breasts. We're comparing a small little double cheeseburger to 4 chicken breasts, has the same calories because the saturated fats in there is just so high and calorie dense. That's the end of this second video series. Join me next time for lunch. We'll talk about what to get for lunch, what to look for, and we'll continue on with this education. This is Mark Lopez, and we'll see you in the next video.